this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and today I have a card that is a total copycat card, kind of. I subscribe to Operation Right Home, as you know, and I get their emails every day, and they've started doing once a month tutorials. And this tutorial this month was all about variety and shapes and adding variety to the cards. And I really liked one of the sample cards, and so I was thinking about it, and I thought I could do that easily with scraps that I have to use up some scraps. So recently I posted some cards that I made using this Fine and Dandy pack from my Mind's Eye, and I had lots of small scraps left, so I decided to use those. I'm using my 1-inch Martha Stewart punch, my Versamark ink. From Hero Arts, I'm using this, I think it's Happy Messages, All Occasion Messages from Hero Arts. And the one I'm using is Thank You Very Much, because I needed some thank you notes. I used my Xyron, and I made a mistake with this one and grabbed the repositionable Xyron, but I think I'm going to be okay. And I'm using some washi tape and some white embossing powder. Now I've already started this card. To start it, I started out, let me get my circles here. And I punched my circles, got them all ready, and I just used up scraps basically. There was one piece that only had a little bit off that I probably could have used for something else, but I decided to go ahead and I needed a few more scraps. And then I ran them through my Xyron so that they would be really sticky. And then I just started laying down the circles. And that's where I am at this point, is I'm just needing to finish laying down my circles. Now using the 1-inch punch to do 3 rows, it took 18 circles. Now I didn't go to the tutorial that was initially on this. I just saw the card on in the email, so I honestly can't tell you what size circles and all the details from the other card. I will put a link to that card. I just like the way the circles lined up on her card, and then I haven't looked at it since, so I can't tell you exactly how much mine may or may not be like hers, because I really don't know. But I just like the idea of using up scraps to lay down the circles. So now I have my circles all laid out, and I'm going to stop there and just do 3 rows. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of washi tape. Now you could take ribbon or whatever you would like. Oops, I didn't get a big enough piece. Sorry, I probably moved off camera there. Sorry about that. So I'm going to take a piece of washi tape, and I'm going to cap my circles with washi tape. Now I have little lines here that I have already drawn so that I could get that fairly straight. And now I'm just going to press down everything so that it's good and secure. The base of my card here is some craft cardstock, and this is called actually Crafty, and it's from Coordinations, and I picked it up at Joann's, just in a inexpensive paper pack there. It's not really heavy cardstock. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to line this card, but this is going to make a nice card anyway, and it will be nice and flat. And I am needing to mail at least one thank you card, and so I want that nice flat so I don't have to pay extra postage. But I could still add a liner to it and it would be just fine. So I'm now pressing it down because I really want to be sure that all of those stay, especially since I did use the repositionable adhesive. And there we have the first part. Now if I wanted to, I could add another layer of the washi and you wouldn't be able to see the circles underneath, but I'm not going to. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I have this Jelly Roll pin from Jelly Roll. I don't know. It's just Jelly Roll, and it's a white pen, and I'm going to use it to create some stitch marks right across the top. I know that I am not alone in not finding white ink for stamping that I love. I've seen many other people post that they have a hard time finding white ink, and even sometimes the white gel pens. There's a bit of difficulty sometimes getting a nice clean mark with it. This one's just kind of a simple, kind of almost rustic card. And so I decided to use that. And I pulled out my white ink that I had, and it was almost completely dry. So that's when I decided to do the embossing with the Versamark. Now before I do that, this is the second card that I've made. And so I forgot, I didn't do this because I hadn't planned to emboss the first time, but I'm just wiping it. Now you can buy the little powder tools from EK Success. I have a little powder pouch, and then sometimes I just use an old dryer sheet. So I've got that ready, and I've got my stamp here. So I'm going to stamp up my sentiment. I believe it says thank you very much. And I am just going to line that up. If I'm off the camera, I apologize. I've been having all sorts of difficulties and frustrations getting clear images. So I am playing with my camera angle once again to see if I can play with it until I can get really clean, clear images for you guys when you're watching the videos. Okay, so now I'm just going to be sure and tap all of that off. With that washi tape, some of it sticks on the edge a little bit as well. Okay, so that's pretty good. And so I will set all of that aside and grab my embossing tool. And just emboss it. Now, as I mentioned, this is a thin paper, so it kind of crinkles, but I'll just lay something heavy on it to flatten it out in a little bit. Now, the last touch I'm going to make to my card is, or for now, is I have my We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile here. And I am using the 1/2 inch side, and I'm rounding the top. And that adds a little bit more variety. And there we have a simple thank you card. Now I am going to go back and find a liner to put on the inside, and I'll come back and show you the finished card and how it looks all flattened out. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I found this turquoise colored paper in my scrap stash that was a really good match. So I cut this at, let's see, 3 3/4 inches wide by 5 inches, or 3 3/4 inches tall by 5 inches wide. And then I mimicked the rounded edges on the top, left the bottom blank. And then I have a few of these left over. So what I'm going to do, using the rule of 3s, I am going to take 3 of these fun little dots and put them together just like that, and just kind of place them down at the bottom. It just adds a nice little extra decorative element. So there we have our card. Thank you very much. And the inside's all finished too. So thanks so much for stopping by today. Be sure and check out the original post of the person who I am casing today. It's a great idea. Add some variety. It's something you can use up some of those scraps with, and I have lots of scraps. And honestly, it didn't take that long. Punching the circles didn't take long. Now, if you wanted to, you could put it on your Cricut or something and cut your circles as well, but using up scraps, it's much quicker for me just to punch them out by hand. So that we have our card today. Thanks so much for stopping by, and remember to take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.